This is the jumbotron. In the jumbotron, H1 tag is there. Next and after that here, just one paragraph tag. Next this is the button what we have. Okay. Now here, just take a bit very special care about this terminology, right? Let me open this page. If I open this one, just what is the output by default you are going to get? Just have a look once. Are you able to see, right? Are you able to see? This is whatever we have. It is the jumbotron. It is the jumbotron, right? Okay. This one itself is the jumbotron. This is the H1 tag. Next and after that, this is just a paragraph tag. This one itself is another. Just one paragraph tag. Next this is the button what we have. Okay. Now here, just take a bit very special care about this terminology, right? Let me open this page. If I open this one, just what is the output by default you are going to get? Just have a look once. Are you able to see, right? Are you able to see? This is whatever we have. It is the jumbotron. It is the jumbotron, right? Okay. This one itself is the jumbotron. This is the H1 tag. Next and after that, this is just a paragraph tag. This one itself is nothing but just a button like. Yeah. Everyone can able to see the screen? Everyone can able to see the screen? Yes. Pankaj, can you please log out and log in? Next. Okay. Here, this is the jumbo. Next. One small table, sir. This table itself is nothing but, you know, this is the table TR. 3 TRs are there. Every TR contain 3 TDs are available, right? Okay. 3 by 3 table I took. Nothing. So HTML side we are not required to worry anything, sir. It is the fixed. But where is the problem is here just observe that CSS file. Okay, CSS file also. Just for jumbotron, background is the yellow, color is the red, like this I took, sir. This is jumbotron style, because if you observe that background is yellow, and the text color is the red because of this styling, right? Next, TD, sir. TD. Sir, how the TD I took is height, and with the, for every TD, for every table cell, then automatically this is border 5px solid red. 5px solid red border I'm giving. Next, text align center. For the text should be come in the green color, and then font size is 100 pixel like this. If I'm taking like this, then automatically X is going to come. Are getting this X related color is green. Next, the font size is 100 pixel. Text align is nothing but center. By default, I'm taking, sir. Okay, that's all this is. Sir, any explanation is required about CSS file? Can you please confirm? Any explanation is required about CSS file? CSS file, it's very clear, right? Nothing is there. HTML and CSS. But only thing here is, yes, sir, this is JavaScript. This one is the very important terminology, right? Okay? Make sure, sir. Now the point is, first, I will take button functionality. Observe that button. Sir, in our HTML, how you identify the button is nothing but how you can identify a user ID. A user ID is the B, sir. ID is the B. First, let me go for button functionality. How you can able to implement, sir. Where restart B document.query selector of hash B. Because why I'm taking hash, sir? Because it is ID like this, right? Okay. Next, sir, how to grasp all the cells? How you can grasp all the cells? Document.get query selector of TD. TD means how many TDs are there? Can you please tell total how many TDs are available? How many TDs are available, sir? 9 TDs are available, sir. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth. So 3 by 3, right? Now 9. Sir, function clear cells. I'm taking a small function, sir. Clear cells like this. I'm taking, sir. For each cell of cells. Sir, cell dot text content is equal to empty. Means if any person call clear cells, then every cell text content will become blank. Every cell text content will become blank because cell is nothing but, okay, this is TDs, right? All TDs I'm using the variable cells. Regarding cell is nothing but TD like this, right? Every TD, all TDs, 9 TDs are there. 9 TD table data TDs. Just I'm using the variable cells. That's why each cell means each TD. for every cell of cells. If any person calling clear cells functionality, then cell.text content will become empty. Any doubt? Any doubt? Sir, any doubt about this function? Okay, like that. Sir, up to this, I can able to select a button. I can able to select all cells. Next, I'm writing a function to clear all cells. Okay. Now, sir, how you can map this cells and clear cells functionality with this button? Just a restart button dot add event listener. Sir, if you click, can you please call clear all cells method? Clear all cells function, what it's going to do is it is going to clear all the cells. Okay, so can you please confirm up to this any doubt about this terminology? Just what we did here, we are implementing restart the button functionality. Restart the game button, if you click, all the cells by default will become empty. Can you please confirm any doubt up to this? Any doubt up to this? It's already known thing only. Now observe that restart game. All the content by default will become empty. Restart game. All the content by default empty. Empty, right? That's all. Are you getting? So the first one is very clear for you people, right? Next, sir, what is the next terminology? What I have to discuss is change content. Very important, sir. Very important. This is a bit hurry. I completed last session. Just a matter of 5 minutes let me spend. Sir, here, what is the change content? Is very simple, sir. Observe that at the beginning, cell is blank. Correct or not? At the beginning, cell itself is nothing but blank. Blank cell is there, sir. At the beginning, blank cell is there. Now, have you looked once, sir? At the beginning, it is a blank cell. If I click a blank cell, now it has to print X. Now it has to print X. If already X is there, it has to print O, sir. O. If it is already O, then again it has to again convert into blank cell. Regarding again, it has to convert into blank cell. First blank cell, sir, if I click this, it will become X. If I click this one, it will become O. Again, it will become blank cell. Now observe that blank cell is there, click. It became X. If I click this one, again, it will become O. If I click this one, it will become blank. Sir, just blank to X. If the blank is there, can you please make the text content as X, sir? If it is already X is there, can you please make the text content as O? If it is already O is there, can you please make it the blank? That's all. Just observe that blank. If it is a blank, if I click, it will become X. If it is already X, I want to click again, it will become O. If it is already O, if I click this one, then again blank. Like that I wrote the code. You can write any code, no problem at all, sir. Okay? Like now, have a look at that functionality there. Okay? Here, just take a bit very, very special care. What I want to take here is for each cell of cells, on cell, I'm calling add event listener method or function. If you click this one, change content is going to come. So now for every cell, am I adding event listener or not? Can you please confirm? For every cell, am I adding event listener or not? Yes, total. How many cells are there? 9 cells. Because this functionality is required for every cell, man. For every cell, this functionality is required, not for only one cell. That's why just for every cell it is required. That's why for every cell, can you please call add event listener? If I click, which method is required to call, sir? Change content method is required to call. Remember this one, sir. So now, how I can implement change content? Sir, this dot text content. This means current cell. Remember this one, sir. This means what? Current cell, current TD. Current TD text content is empty. Can you please make the text content as X, sir? Regarding inside instance method or inside function, this always refers current element. So which one is the current element? Cell is the current element. Cell is the current element means current TD, sir. Okay. So if this dot text content is X, else if this dot text content, sir, if it is blank, can you please make the text content as X? Sir, else, no, it is not blank, sir. It is already X. Oh, if this dot text content is already X, then automatically this dot text content as O, sir. Next, else, this dot text content as blank. Have you observed the logic? Vaishnav, Yes, sir. Have you observed the logic, right? Okay, that's all this is. So on any cell, if you perform click operation, then automatically change content function is going to be executed. Now observe, if it is blank, now it will become X, sir. Okay. Here observe, if it is blank, if it is the blank, if I click this one, now it will become X. Perfect, sir. Any blank cell, if you print, if you click, it will become X because of this code. Because of this code, sir. Next, else if this dot text content is X, sir, it is not blank, it is already X. It is already X. Oh, if the content, current cell content is the X, can you please make the text content as O? Sir, if it is already X, if you click this one, it will become O. If you click this one, it will become O. So, if it is already X, it will become O, sir. Next, here just observe that. Sir, else means it is not blank, it is not X. If it is not blank, it is not X. Obviously, text content is nothing much. Sir, wo, okay, like this, like if wo, then automatically, sir, make as blank. That's all. Yes, clear, right? Yes, Aman. Correct. One person is X, second person is the O. So one person may be system, another person may be human being, or otherwise two persons you can able to write parallel. Are you able to understand, right? Yes, sir. Tirumuleshwar. What will happen is, if there is anywhere conflict is there, then may be a chance of problem. Okay, for the same element, if two styles are defined, more specific style is going to be considered. More specific style, maybe specificity property. Your styles are overriding with some other styles, maybe. Specificity problem. Yeah. Someone is asking, Shivaji, can we do single click by X? Yeah, yes, you can able to do that, no problem. Whatever logic we require to write, based on that, the functionality will be there. If you double click, then only O. If you single click X, if it is a double click O, like you can able to do that, no problem at all, sir. Okay, here, just what there, very simple logic. Just here, cell dot add event listener, DVL click, change content. In that change content, if you double click automatically, can you please make as the O? Like we can able to do that. Just it is a simple. Are you getting? Sir, how we can write logic for the game? Yes, sir. For that backend coding is required. Don't worry. As of now, just in the front end we are reaching this level. Maybe by completion of our Django, we may complete this project. Are you getting? Now here just take a bit very special care. Just here if you consider Google tic-tac-toe is there like this, right? Okay. So now observe that restart game. Okay. Now here I'm taking X. Automatical system is taking this one as okay, like this, right? Now I'm taking this one. Obviously system is trying to fill. Okay. Now I'm taking like this. System on the okay, like just observe that a bit carefully. This is just if you can do backend coding also, that's all. Are you getting? If you can do backend coding also, you can able to do that. Yes, maybe even via JavaScript we can able to do. We can we can able to do that. Just we have to check that logic. Don't worry. We may do if we can able to change the content. If you can able to change the content, obviously we can able to do only with the JavaScript also. Just maybe we require to check that. Okay. Okay, right, sir. That's all. Now let me go for next level, sir. Sir, next level module. Next module is jQuery. Are you getting? Next module is jQuery, sir. Now observe almost around 3 to 4 sessions. Let me spend on this also, because how many people don't know about jQuery? Can you please confirm, sir? I heard the name, that's all. I never used it. I don't have any idea also. Anyone there? Just a basic idea we have to take. Hi. Yes, I don't know anything. Yes, I want at least Now, if any person is asking, oh, do you know jQuery? Do you know jQuery? As of now, up to that jQuery is nothing but we don't know that technology like some people may feel. Some people may feel. No, now onwards, you are not required to feel anything. Just basics I know. If you are giving, definitely I will try to do that. That conference level definitely is going to bring with the 3 or 4 sessions. So don't worry, sir. At least the basic idea we require to get. Of course, in detail only, mostly we are going to discuss. Don't worry much about that, sir. Okay. Now, the first thing what I have to discuss before going to the jQuery, in our DOM, to select the elements, what are various methods we use, sir? Anyone, can you please tell what are various methods we use? Plain JavaScript code to select the elements. What are various methods I use? Document dot. Anyone, can you please tell? Document dot element, get element by ID, right? Get element, please get element by ID. This is the first method, get element by ID. Next, get elements by class name. Get elements by class name. I took, sir, by class name. Next, get elements by tag name. Get elements by tag name like this I took. Next, and after that, 2 more things I discussed, sir. Very important, very dangerous things, right? CSS related 2 methods I covered. What is that, sir? Query, please confirm. Query selector. Next, and after that, I took query selector all. Okay, remember. So now, here just observe that this jQuery, the main purpose is whatever you are doing inside the JavaScript, you are not required to write the code like this. For all ready-made libraries are available. That JavaScript library itself is nothing but jQuery. Remember that. Regarding JavaScript library itself is nothing but jQuery. If any person is asking, what is the jQuery, sir? What is the jQuery? In normal plain JavaScript. If you can go for plain JavaScript, we require to write everything on our own. Everything on our own. Correct, right? On our own. Okay, we require to write everything on our own. But jQuery is a JavaScript library. We are not required to write several things. We can use directly. Regarding, we are not required to write several things. We can use directly like this, right? Okay. So it is a plain JavaScript. In plain JavaScript, we require to write everything, man. Sorry, but in jQuery, we are not required to do much. jQuery is a library. Happily, you can ready-madely you can use, and just like our CSS Bootstrap we use, right? In CSS, everything we have to write. But once I'm using Bootstrap, everything is copy-paste. Predefined class is already available in the CSS file. Big CSS file is nothing but Bootstrap. Big JavaScript file is nothing but jQuery, sir. Are getting big JavaScript file is nothing but jQuery. Remember that, okay? So now my question is, take a bit very special care. So plain JavaScript. So document get elements by class name. All these things by default considered. Yes, remember that, sir. This plain JavaScript is also known as vanilla JavaScript. Sir, vanilla ice cream or something is there, sir? Vanilla chocolate or ice cream? Vanilla ice cream is there, right? Yes, here plain JavaScript is considered as vanilla JavaScript. If I'm using the word vanilla, sir, don't feel, sir, what that you didn't cover, like, don't feel like that. It is the plain JavaScript. Whatever the things we covered is the vanilla JavaScript. Remember that, right? Okay. So in plain JavaScript, in vanilla JavaScript, we require to write everything on our own. But in jQuery, already default methods are available, default functions are available, default objects are available. Directly we are allowed to, we can able to use this, sir. Are you getting right, sir? Now just suppose my requirement is I want to change the color of every h1 tag with the red. I want to write the color of every h1 tag as the red. Anyone, can you please guide what I have to take? Anyone, can you please guide what we require to write? What is the code I have to write? Vanilla JavaScript code. Can you please tell? Vanilla. Yeah, vanilla JS code. Sir, can you please make every H1 tag? Every H1 tag has the red color. Every H1 tag has the red color. Where my H1 is equal to document dot query selector query selector all. Are you getting document dot query selector all of H1? You can take no problem. H1 like this, like query selector of all. Now for H1 of, are you getting that? For H1 of my H1. For H1 of my H1, what I'm trying to take, sir? H1 dot style dot color is equal to red. I have to take. Yes, friends, can you please confirm? Are you in a position to understand, right? For H1 of my H1 dot style dot color is equal to red. Like this, we are going to do. Sir, do you know every H1 tag color by default will be changed, sir? Are you getting the red color, right? Sir, how much code I wrote? Yes, sir, this is the code. In the plain old JavaScript, I mean vanilla JavaScript, this is the code what we have to write. Sir, by using jQuery, I'm ready to write the same activity, sir. By using jQuery, I want to do that same kind of thing. What I have to do is dollar. Are you getting that? What is that, sir? Dollar of H1. Dollar of H1. Sir, all instances of H1 by default got selected. All instances of H1 by default got selected. Dot CSS. Can you please style? Dot CSS is the method. Sir, color is a red, sir. Color is a red. Like this I'm taking, sir. So color, can you please make color as the red? That's all. Are you getting? This is the jQuery code, sir. This is the jQuery code. Array, can you please select all instances of H1? All instances of H1 and make a text color as the red. That's all. Cinema got completed. Are you able to understand, right? Why the jQuery came in the picture? Yes. So here that's what. Sometimes, do you know, the faculties after HTML and the CSS, directly they will go for jQuery only. Directly the people are going for jQuery only without learning JavaScript. But still, why we learn JavaScript and the DOM here? Sometimes the people should not use jQuery. There are some company, oh, don't use jQuery. What the reason for that? I will explain. Don't worry, sir. So you are not allowed to use jQuery. Then how you can able to perform? Yes, how you can able to get the code? One thing. Second advantage is tomorrow, if you want to learn AngularJS, if you want to learn Node.js or Express.js, for all those things, JavaScript must be required, right? That's why we cover JavaScript and DOM. Clear? Swaroop, are you getting my doubt? Of course, are you getting my clarification, right? Yeah, that's all. Now take a bit. That's all. This is what only one line is enough, sir. Only one line itself is enough. Okay. Now, sir, you are telling very beautifully, sir. Can you please show the code? Then only we can believe. Are you getting? Theoretically, you are telling beautifully, sir. We know, sir, where really it's going to work or not. 1 minute. Don't think, sir. Don't worry much about this one, sir. Here, just something is there. I did something. Don't worry about all these nonsenses, sir. All these, just I'm removing this. Just I'm removing to cover my offline session. Something I took. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about anything, sir. Here, just have a look once, sir. This is the body. This is HTML body. Like this I'm taking, sir. HTML body. Like, sir, here I want to take multiple lines, multiple H1 tags. Sir, H1. This is first H1. This is the first H1. Next one after that, this is the second H1, third H1, like this. Multiple H1 tags are there, sir. Have a look once, sir. Sir, I'm not having, sir, any JS file. I'm not having jQuery.js either. That's what we are going to discuss. But anyway, don't worry much about this one, sir. That's all. This is the thing what we have. What we have, sir. Okay, 1 minute. Let me remove. Yes, sir. That's all this is. So now let me open this file. Are you getting? Let me open this file. Okay, in my browser, let me open this file, sir. If you consider, just have a look once. That's all. Only this is the first H1, this is the first H1, like multiple H1 tags are there. Now I'm taking, sir, JavaScript console. Please confirm. Please confirm how I can open JavaScript console. I forgot, sir, because 2 days gap came. 2 days gap came. Meanwhile, do you know, my mind is with Java 8 new features. Okay, Control Shift J, Control Shift J. Okay, like now here, just what I have to take is just observe that $, $H1, $H1 dot CSS. Okay, dot CSS dot color, comma red. I'm taking, sir. That's all. jQuery, yeah, we will discuss. Don't worry, sir. Just the basic idea what is the use of CDN must be required, how you can make it available, all those things I will discuss. Sir, $H1.css.red. Sir, how many lines of the code I wrote? How many lines of the code I wrote? Can you please confirm? Only one line. Only one line. Can you please confirm? What is the first one? What is the first one? $H1 and then CSS function. Remember that $H1 is nothing but select. Sir, select the element. This is exactly same query selector all. $H1 means internally query selector all like this, right? Next, the second one, sir, that CSS of color red. Are you getting? So select the element and manipulate style. Only 2 words. Hey, select the element, man. Which element you want to style? Which element you want to style? Select that element by using $symbol. Next time after that, CSS. CSS method can be used to manipulate the style. Okay. Now have a look once, sir. Enter. Automatically all the 6 elements by default came in the red color or not? Are you in a position to understand or not? Sir, now, so plain old JavaScript, which is nothing but vanilla JavaScript, and jQuery, just take a very, very special care. Clear? Sir, if the CSS is not there, then it won't work. Yes, obviously. Not CSS. CSS is not required. Here, jQuery related CDN is already there. Observe that. How I can make it available? Within a minute I will explain. Don't worry. Here something is there. Anyone, can you please observe? This is something is there. What is this word? jQuery. Like this. Regarding some CDN I kept. So here CSS is not there. Every styling is happening because of that my Java jQuery code only. Okay, like now, sir, up to this is the clear. CSS is not mandatory, man. Okay, yes. So no external. I will discuss all those, sir. Just aware my intention up to this what I want to cover, sir. Just don't get confused. My intention up to this, I didn't cover how you can use, how you can install jQuery, how you can connect a jQuery to your HTML. I didn't cover all these things. Just my intention is, boss, in vanilla JavaScript, this much code we require to write, but in jQuery, just this is the only one line you require to write. That's what I'm telling. Less code. Are you getting that? You have to write very less code, but you can do multiple things, more things. If you want that, then automatically, you people just up to that only I'm expecting from you. Sir, how to make it available? I want to select only first H1. What is the way? All that nonsense we are going to discuss. Don't be hurry. Clear? Just only one word I want from you people. All your doubts by default will be clarified. I want only one word from you. What is that? Yes, array. Are you seeing the advantage of jQuery when compared with vanilla JavaScript or not? Can you please confirm? Are you seeing some advantage or not? Yes, less code. Okay, like this, right? Next, here take very, very special case. Official website is there for the jQuery, sir. What is that official website is? Can you please observe in the browser address bar? What thing I typed? jQuery. Without learning CSS, even we can color HTML element. Yes, Swarup, we can able to do that. jQuery can do, right? But if I covered CSS, then what is color? You can able to understand very easily. That's why. Sir, here jquery.com, one official website is there, sir. Just observe that. jquery.com. Now, sir, can you please observe jQuery logo? In that logo, there is one tagline is there. What is that tagline, sir? Can you please observe? Write less, do more. Are getting jQuery? Write less, do more, like this, right? Okay, make sure that is the main intention of jQuery. Okay, like next, if you observe that here, there are beautiful explanation is there, sir. Okay, what they are telling, of course, jQuery is very fast, very small and a feature rich JavaScript library. Sir, it is a JavaScript library, very fast and small feature rich JavaScript library. Next, it makes a thing HTML document, traversal and manipulation, okay, event handling, animation, Ajax much simpler with the easy to use API that works across. Here, don't worry, their English is very posh English, very lengthy English, right? Sir, very simple, sir. Sir, we can use jQuery, okay, sir, to select the HTML elements, to manipulate and to perform event handling and Ajax asynchronous communications or Ajax animations very easily with the jQuery. That's what they are telling, sir. Okay. Next, the second, my jQuery can provide support for cross-platform also. Is nothing but for every browser, it is going to provide the support. Regarding for multiple browsers, it is going to provide the support, right? Okay, like you people should aware for multiple browsers also, it is going to be supported. Okay. Next, with a combination of versatility and extensibility, jQuery has changed the way that millions of people write JavaScript. The way that millions of people write JavaScript, the style by default got changed. Are you able to understand? Can you please tell whatever you got from this discussion? It is not my own. It is not my own. Sir, very simple. jQuery is a JavaScript library. jQuery is a JavaScript library. Okay. Next, it contains several functions. It contains several functions and objects to select or grab HTML elements and to manipulate styles. Are you getting? And to manipulate styles like this, right? So it contains several functions and objects to select HTML elements and to manipulate styles very easily. Next, and after that, we can use very easily. Next, we can use jQuery for Ajax. Even what is Ajax, I don't know. Don't worry much about that. Okay, sir, Ajax. Next, and after that, animations purpose also we can use jQuery. Okay, one thing. Next, and after that, what is the next thing? It provides multiple browsers. Are you getting that? Compatibility, browser compatibility is there, sir. Okay, multiple browsers, it is going to provide support. Browser compatibility by default it is there. Next, any other things we covered? Any other things is there? That's all. Next, and after that, with combination, sir, the way of multiple browser compatibility is there. The way of writing JavaScript by millions of developers got changed because of this jQuery. in layman understandable words, what they told is these things only. Any doubt? Are you able to understand, right? Okay, that's all. This is layman terminology, sir. It contains several functions and objects to select or grab HTML element to manipulate styles very easily. For Ajax, next animations like it's very easy. Next, browser compatibility it's also is very more like this, right? Okay, one thing. Listen a bit very carefully, sir. Now, I have one small doubt, sir. From this discussion, can you please tell what are various advantages of jQuery? Just observe how you can use jQuery, what about installation, connection, all those things we will discuss. From this discussion, yes, sir, what are various advantages are there? The biggest advantage, right? Rich library. Correct or not? Itself is a library, man. Itself is a library. So big library is available. Because of this library, we are not required to write each and every activity, right? Because of this rich library, we are not required to define much code. Less code, and do more. Are you getting? Less code and do more. Because why less code? Because everything already library is available. Just call that $S1. Automatically query selector all internally will be called. Why I have to do that? Are you getting right? CSS like a rich library is there. We can able to do that. Next one after that, can I use less code means more readability? Please confirm. More readability is there or not? And more readability is there. Next and after that, and clear and shorter code. Yes, all these things are same. Just the people are using differently. Clear and shorter code. Next, very ease of use. Sir, internally, how that functionality is implemented, that is not my job. Just being a developer, how to use that, that's all. That is only one thing, right? Next, cross Ajax support is there. Next, and after that, cross platform support is there. Cross browser support is there. Like all these things are various advantages of jQuery, right? Remember that. Any doubt? There are several advantages of that, sir. But now there are some limitations are also there. Targeting limitations also there, sir. What those limitations? It is also very important, sir. What those limitations, right? The biggest limitation of jQuery is one small thing, sir. I'm typing something. Can you please read this one? You might not need jQuery. You might not need jQuery. What is this one? You might not need jQuery.com, sir. Official website only there. Official website. The person who introduced jQuery by seeing this website, he may go for suicide. Okay? You might not need jQuery.com. Okay? Like if I open this one, have a look once. What their people intention, man. You might not need jQuery. Wow, wonderful heading only there. It is there. Okay, like now here jQuery and its cousins are great. By use them if it makes easier to develop your application. But here make sure, sir, what they are telling. What they are going to tell is only two things. Their intention of telling only two things, right? What the first word? What the first word they are going to tell? Whatever jQuery is doing, without jQuery also I can do that. Just with vanilla JavaScript I can able to do what jQuery is doing. Then what is the specialty of jQuery? Array, this can be done only by using jQuery. Without jQuery, you can't do that. You can't do that. Such a type of thing is not there. So functionality wise, we are not going to get any new functionality because of jQuery. First limitation, whatever jQuery is doing, whatever jQuery is doing, sir, everything without jQuery also we can able to do that. So functional, less code, more code, okay, that is one. But functionality wise, boss, this is the unique functionality can be done by using only jQuery. No such type of technology. You can give anything, sir, without jQuery also I can able to do that. That is one limitation developers community people are going to highlight. Second one, sir, very dangerous point. Second one, sir, there is a big performance effect also by default will be there. There is a big performance effect also by default there, sir, because of using this jQuery. What is the reason for that? Is jQuery is not a simple file. Remember, jQuery is not a simple file, sir. It's a library, right? Library. 1 minute. Let me show somewhere. Okay. Here 1 minute. We have this is the file. Okay, CDN file. Just let me open that jQuery file if you want. Let me open that. Observe that. This is the jQuery file, man. This is the jQuery file. Okay. So if you want to use jQuery, you know, If you want to use a jQuery, compulsory this total file should be loaded at the beginning only. Are you getting? Compulsory this total file should be loaded at the beginning only. Almost around 10,000 lines of the code should be loaded already in the memory. Are you getting that? Already in the memory, just to use dollar symbol also. Are you getting? Just to use the dollar symbol also, total file should be loaded. Sir, only required thing I want to use, no such type of terminology. That's why maybe a chance of performance effect. Remember that. That's why, sir, some part of developers community won't entertain jQuery, sir. Remember that only some people are going to entertain jQuery. There are some people, because of less code, because of shorter code, clean code, some people are going to recommend, hey, better to use jQuery. But some part of the developers are moving away from the jQuery. Both options are there. Remember that. That's why you can able to see. You might not need jQuery.com official website only there, man. Then obviously you can able to see. It is maintained by not individual person. It is maintained by a group of developers. Developers community is maintaining these websites. You can ask anything without jQuery, they are going to do that. Okay, that's make sure you should aware. Clear, right? What advantage? What the problems? What the problem? Yes, sir. Compulsory, man. Parminder, compulsory. It should be second limitation. Performance effect is there because complete file should be loaded. Complete file should be loaded. But in your project, how many methods from the jQuery you may use? 1 or 2 methods you may use, or 1 or 2 objects you may use. What is the need of 10,000 lines of the code should be loaded in the memory? Parminder, are you able to understand? So compulsory in the real time, everything matters a lot. Especially performance is a very hot cake. If for anything the client can be compromised, but performance is nothing but the peak level thing what compulsory we require to consider. That's why some part of the developers community won't entertain to use this jQuery concept. Then now my question is, sir, some people ask at the beginning, some people ask like Swarup, he asked, sir, if without the JavaScript and CSS, you can able to change the color, why you covered that? why you covered those JavaScript, right? Now you can able to understand what the reason? Yeah, now you can able to understand what the reason for that. Sometimes it may not. Next, one more thing. Anyway, being learner, we are not required to worry much about the performance and so on. But tomorrow in the company, this matters a lot. One thing. Second thing, if you want to learn Node.js, Express.js, or Solidity, like JavaScript-based languages, now you can able to understand very easily. Remember, because how to declare function, what is about object, what is the array, how you can call, like what is the higher order function. If you have that knowledge, then you can able to understand very easily. That's why skipping JavaScript or skipping DOM not at all recommended, which is the base for all JavaScript family based languages, right? Any doubt, friends? Yeah, we will discuss, Chaudhary. Don't worry. Just the theoretical things, whatever I covered, just observe that carefully. Up to this, any doubt? Okay. Can I go to the next level? Now, my next question, sir. How to connect with the jQuery? So, there are several people who are breaking their head. Sir is using jQuery, but he is not telling how to connect, sir, how to download, how to install, how to connect with the jQuery. My HTML file, how you can able to connect with the jQuery. That's all, sir. There are 2 ways are there. Either buy locally, download jQuery, download what we call jQuery JS file, JavaScript file, and better to take sir, in our local machine, and you can use first thing. Second one, by CDN. It is exactly same as Bootstrap only. Once upon a time before Christ, we discussed, right? Whenever we were kids, we discussed already Bootstrap, right? Okay, same thing here also we have to use by CDN. Are you getting? First one locally. Second one is nothing but by CDN. Both options are available, right? So now I want to go for locally, sir. How you can able to do that? Locally, how you can able to do that, sir? Okay, like very simple, sir. Very simple. There is one website is there. Okay, there is one website is there, sir. Code.org. What is this one, sir? Can you spell out code.jquery.com? Code.jquery.com. Like this, you can go for that website, code.jquery.com. It is the same thing only, or otherwise from the jQuery, is it possible to go? Yes, download. No, it is you are going to get okay, what we call CDN files. Don't worry, sir. This is just here. Just observe that a bit very carefully, sir. Code.jquery.com. jQuery.com. Here remember jQuery 3.x, jQuery 2.x. There are two files are available, sir, 1.x and so on. But recommended better to go for either 3 or 2.24. Okay, my suggestion is always highly recommended better to go for jQuery 2.24. Why I'm telling, even why not recommended to go for recent? Sometimes what will happen, these versions may not stable. Regarding these versions may not stable. That's why so better to go like this one. So now uncompressed and minified. Uncompressed under the minified. What is the meaning of uncompressed and minified? Is uncompressed means very neat readable thing which can be used for developers. Minified is nothing. If any comments, extra spaces, all those things by default will be removed so that a bit relatively performance by default is going to be improved at runtime. Sometimes if I can take a small program. If I can take a small Java based program, observe that class, student, demo, example, student, demo, example. Next and after that, there are some comments I'm taking. A big comments I'm taking under there, public, static, void, get a student name, roll number, age, info method. Are getting info method. Okay, like dot, and so on. It is doing so. But instead of that, if I can take class A, next time after that public, static, void, M1. Sir, this method is also this. Code is also can do the same. But where is the difference? If you want more readable, then automatically this is the. If you want just to use, this one is the recommended. Regarding because it is going to occupy lesser space, it is going to load, class loading time is also a bit less. Are you able to understand, right? Because this much lengthy names are not there. Regarding the comments section is not there. So, like, sir, now observe that, sir, first one is uncompressor means this type of thing. Uncompressor means for developer purpose. Next, the second ones are minified. Minified means yes, sir, this type of thing. Remember, I will show. Don't worry, sir. If anywhere spaces are there, why you have to take a curly brace in the next line? Next and after that, here only you can able to take. Next and after that, here just unnecessary spaces waste. Okay, like are you getting? This is the thing I want to provide for you. But don't open my file. You may get. Don't open my file. You may get a heart attack because, sir, I'm not giving this file just to readable purpose. Just you can use in your project. Happily, this functionality is going to work. But where is the difference is this one is nothing but developers version, sir, understanding, readability, and so on. But this one is nothing but production purpose. Observe two words. One is development purpose, second one is production purpose. In production, no one is going to open these files, no one is going trying to understand. That's why minified is meant for production. Next, sir, uncompressor meant for development. So sometimes while installing files, while installing softwares or otherwise, while including CDNs and so on, if you are getting what is the meaning of uncompressed, what is the meaning of minified, or developers version, production version, what is the meaning of that? Now I hope you people in a position to understand clearly. Are you getting that? Please, can you please confirm? Are you in a position to understand? Yes. Here just observe. I will show the same thing on. Sir, I'm taking uncompressed. Now observe this. This is uncompressed version. Wow, wonderful, man. Comments are there. This is the jQuery JavaScript library, HTTP includes sigils and so on. So this is the function, like everything is a very neat file is there because uncompressor means developers version seems to be very neat. Okay, now the second one, minified. Second one, minified. I'm showing minified. Sorry. Minified. No, here let me take minified. Here minified. No, it is showing slim. Yeah. Here it is showing minified is nothing but just directly Syrian, sir. No, it is directly Syrian, it is showing. But actually the meaning is nothing but like. I hope everyone can able to understand, right? Minified. I will show, don't worry. I will show, don't worry, sir. This file. I will show, don't worry about that. Uncompressed and then minified. This is the uncompressed file. This is the minified file. Somewhere you are going to see that. It is not here. Just observe. I will show, don't worry. Here have you observed, right? Script src is it a minified file or not? Can you please observe? Is it a minified file or not? Yes, ma'am. Is it a minified file or not? Yes. Let me open that file, copy that URL. Just I'm showing for you minified file. Are you able to see that? Yes, ma'am. Are you able to see that? Just first line itself is nothing but total comment. First line itself is the total comment. Second line itself is the function. Array, how beautiful it is, man. How beautiful this is. This one is nothing but how it is. Then if I open this file, array I'm not getting, then the jQuery people will give left and right. If you want to read the functionality, who told you to go for minified file? Better to go for uncompressed file. Regarding just this is meant for production. Just use, that's all. This is meant for developers version. How internally it is implemented. If you want, you can able to do that. Clear, friends? Any doubt? Okay. Now my requirement is, how I can make it available by locally, sir. Sir, code.jquery.com. I went, this is the file. Sir, actually it has to be downloaded. It should be downloadable file, but we are not getting. Then what you can do is just copy this total file. Actually it should be, sir, file, downloadable file, but we are not getting that. Just copy paste here. Just save this one in your local machine as jQuery.js. Regarding you can save this file. Yeah, what is the name I'm using? Can you please tell what the name I'm using? jQuery.js. Sir, I'm using this name jQuery.js name. You can give, sir. Now, sir, that file is ready. Next, sir, in your project folder. You can able to take, sir. In your project folder, copy paste that. Yes, sir, this is the jQuery.js. Have you remembered, right? jQuery.js. This is my own created like that, right? Okay. In your project, you can take. Sir, after taking this file, I want to link this one with my HTML. How you can able to do that? In the head part. Regarding download the file, and in the head part, I have to take script. Type is equal to text by JavaScript. JavaScript and the src is equal to jQuery.js. Regarding src is equal to jQuery.js, right? That's all. End of the script. If you can take this line in the head part, then automatically, yes, this file functionality available to our HTML. Remember that. Can you please confirm? Are you in a position to understand? Yes. Yeah, Srikanth, first concentrate on this. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, up to this, any doubt? Okay. Now here just let me use that. Really, is it going to work or not? Very simple terminology, sir. Very simple terminology, right? Sir, here I copy pasted in this. Sir, now let me open my HTML. Sir, nothing is there, sir. Nothing is there, sir. Like just HTML. Header text, HTML. Next and after that, here head part should be required. Head part should be required. HTML head. Head gone somewhere maybe. Let me take head. Don't worry. Sir, now what I'm taking is, sir, can you please tell here in this HTML, in this page, no CDN, no script tag, no CDN, no script tag, sir. Then is it going to work or not? 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. I showed right. Let me refresh. Yes, normal. Let me refresh. Normal. Now my requirement is dollar. Have you remembered right? Dollar H1. Dollar H1 dot CSS dot color like. Let me enter. Let me press enter. Then observe that CSS is not a function. Where is that dollar symbol CSS? Where all these nonsense is available? Like it's going to ask. Because you didn't use CDN, you didn't make your local file available, right? Yes. What I have to do? First approach. What I have to do, sir? Can you please guide? Already I downloaded that file. I kept in my application folder. jQuery.js is there. Can you please guide, sir? What is the line I have to take? Just inside head part, I have to take script. Like this. Type what I have to take? src is equal to jQuery.js. That's all. Now jQuery by default is available. Are you getting? Now jQuery by default is available, right? Okay. Now have a look once. Let me refresh. Perfect. Now how you can check whether jQuery is available? For your mission, for your HTML or not. Very simple, sir. Very simple. From the JavaScript console, you have to type just a dollar symbol. You have to type dollar. Now observe that. Are you getting some function? Please respond. Are you getting some function? If I'm getting some function here, means jQuery is available for your HTML page. For this current HTML, jQuery is already available. Or you can type just a jQuery. Are you getting? You can type just a jQuery, either dollar symbol or jQuery. Now also function is coming. Means that yes, jQuery is available for this HTML. 1 minute, sir. Let me comment this one. I commented, sir. I commented this line. Script is no longer. I commented this line, sir. Now let me refresh. Perfect. Now let me use dollar symbol. Let me use jQuery or dollar like this, right? Let me use jQuery. Have you observed? Uncaught. jQuery is not defined. Are you in a position to identify the difference, right? Okay. How to check whether it is available or not? Okay, like you can. Sir, what I will do is let me uncomment that jQuery is available. Okay. Now I'm taking yes. Automatically color should be changed. Color should be changed, sir. 1 minute. Refresh, and then automatically color by default will be changed. So how to make jQuery available locally? Any explanation is required? Can you please confirm? Any explanation is required? That's all. Next, where we download? Already I told, right? Now you are asking, Chaudhary, observe that. Code.jQuery.com. Open this website. Code.jQuery.com. Open this website. Here code.jQuery.com. Next, here jQuery uncompressed file. Okay. Here 1 minute. No. Code.jQuery, sir, uncompressed file or minimize stream and so on. Actually, here downloadable file by default we have to get, but actually we are not. So we require to use jQuery like this. What you can just make this URL. Open this one. Then automatically the file is going to come. Copy this and copy paste this one into some jQuery.js and please make sure available in your HTML folder or getting your application folder. Remember, any version you can able to take. Don't worry, sir. Need not be here. If I can take 2.x like this, right? Yes. Like you are getting, so this is the first way. Second way, sir, second way, if you don't want all these nonsense, then automatically this is the CDN. This is the CDN, sir. Okay, this is the CDN. Just copy this CDN. Copy this CDN in our sir head part. Copy the CDN in our head part. Now also it is going to work. That's all both. But the problem here is if you can use the CDN like this, compulsory internet must be required. Without net, you can't sir use jQuery. That's why local is always recommended. Of course, for production anyway, CDNs we can use no problem at all. But here, local is always recommended, right? Clear, friends? Any doubt? How to install jQuery? Two ways are there. One is the local way. Second one is like this. Next, the CDN. Local is always faster than CDN, sir. Local is always faster. That's why preferable is always local. That's it. Okay, just please make sure download jQuery and make it available to your HTML and try to change at least H1 color. Okay, then we will explore some more new things in the next session.